gonna sit, relax here, and read a book. Ooh, the Garry Kitchen's Quick Start booklet. Gonna teach you how to use Garry Kitchen Game Maker. Ooh. Hey, aren't you that computer guy that I made using Garry Kitchen's Game Maker?
Maybe I am, and maybe I ain't. It depends on who's asking.
Since you're an AI guy, you can do AI stuff, like you can read this book for me.
I sure can.
We can make a video on that.
Easy peasy.
What do you think?
You mean a Garry Kitchen's Game Maker tutorial book video?
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna read this book online, and we're gonna do the examples. Let's see how it works.
That sounds like fun.
Chapter 1, getting started.
Let me have a look at that book.
Look at this.
We can make a video based on the chapters of the book. Game Maker Overview. Now you can create your own animated computer graphics and games just like the best professional designers with Game Maker by Garry Kitchen. It's an easy-to-use tool that lets you create background scenes, design characters, create music and sound effects, and put them all together in a program. Or you can choose from backgrounds and characters already created and saved for you. Plus, a great selection of pre-programmed music and sound effects. Everything you need to put together your animation programs or games is included in Game Maker. We've also included several pre-programmed games. Chopper, a brand new game designed with Game Maker by John Van Rysing, and two old favorites, Mega Mania and Pitfall, adapted by Dan Kitchen using the Game Maker program. Plus, there are many more games and surprises included in Game Maker that guarantee you hours of playing and programming fun. You will find a complete list of all the pre-programmed game elements at the back of the manual. This manual is organized into several parts. We recommend you begin by learning how to load Game Maker into your computer in the Loading Game Maker section. Then read using the joystick or keyboard to learn how to use the joystick controller with Game Maker. Next, go through the Getting Started Creating a Simple Animation Program section. This section takes you step by step through creating your first program. Once you've gone through this section, you're on your way. The rest of the manual can then be used for more advanced programming ideas. The Game Maker Editor section discusses the commands you'll use to put your program together. The Scene Maker section tells you how to create computer graphics for scenes. The Sprite Maker section explains how to create characters and objects and how to make them animate. The Sound Maker section describes how to make and use a variety of sound effects. And the Music Maker section explains how to arrange creative musical scores for your programs or games. The section on advanced game design describes the various commands you'll use to connect all the parts of your program together. In the introduction to this section, Garry Kitchen offers some valuable ideas concerning what goes into designing a game. By looking at each of the commands used to create a game called Archer, you will see how a complete game is created using Game Maker. For a description of all the commands available in Game Maker, consult the Game Maker command section. A Game Maker reference card is included in your Game Maker package for handy reference to all the programming commands. We recommend you play with Game Maker. It's a program designed for experimentation, creativity, and fun. Loading Game Maker, follow the manufacturer's instructions to set up your computer system. Insert the Game Maker disk into your disk drive and turn the drive on. Then turn on your computer. If using a Commodore 64, type LOAD, quote, star, quote, comma, 8, comma, 1, and press return. If using a Commodore 128, type Go64 and press return. Then type Y and press return. Then type LOAD, quote, star, quote, comma, 8, comma, 1, and press return. When the program loads into your computer, you'll see the Game Maker title screen. To start the program, your joystick should be in the first joystick port. Press the joystick button. The Game Maker Editor screen will appear. Using the joystick or keyboard, Game Maker uses a joystick plugged into the first joystick port for programming. In the games you create, however, you can use two joysticks. We'll explain more later in the Advanced Game Design and Game Maker command sections. Selecting commands to execute any command with Game Maker. You must first select it. In this manual, whenever you're instructed to select something, it means 1. Move the joystick until the pointer's on the object to be selected. This can be a command or an area on the screen. 2. Press the joystick button. Try it out. Move the arrow to the menu command at the upper right corner of the editor screen. Now press the joystick button. You've just told Game Maker you want to go to the main menu by selecting the command. The main menu is now on your screen. You don't need to type or memorize any programming commands. Using GameMaker is simply a matter of selecting commands or areas of the screen. Note, you can use the function keys on the right side of your keyboard. Instead of a joystick, the spacebar substitutes for the button. For a complete explanation, see GameMaker Helpful Hints on page 94. Getting started, creating a simple animation program. Designing a program is like building something. A model plane, a house, a chair. Any object that must be designed and constructed in pieces, then put together. It involves having an idea of what you want the final product to look like, then putting the pieces together and make it look like you want it to look. Let's create a simple animation program using GameMaker. If you followed the instructions to the end of the using the joystick or keyboard section, you should be at the GameMaker main menu. If you're not there, use the joystick to move the pointer to the menu command. Press the button. The main menu will return to your screen. To begin, use the joystick to move the pointer to the editor command. Press the button. Remember, this is called selecting a command. You now see the GameMaker editor screen. The program that you see listed on the screen is the program that makes the title screen of GameMaker. Let's clear the screen. To do so, select the CLR command at the right of the screen. At the top of the screen, you'll see the message. Clear the program area, yes or no. Move the pointer to the yes and press the button. The first thing we'll do in the program is use a scene. Scenes are explained in detail in the Scene Maker section of the manual. For now, move the pointer until it points to the small tab at the bottom right corner of the command window where you see add 0 to score 1. Press the button. The tab will start flashing. Pull back on the joystick until you see 4 or 5 commands displayed in the command window at once. This will make it easier to find the commands you'll need for creating your animation program. Press the button again. The tab will stop flashing. Move the pointer to the small arrow at the bottom left of the command window. Press the button. You will see the command scroll up into the window, one at a time. Push up or pull back on the joystick while pressing the button to scroll quickly. Note, to scroll in the reverse direction, point to the arrow at the top left corner of the command window and press the button. Scroll through the commands until you reach the command. Scene 1 is... Note, the commands in the command window are listed alphabetically, so you always know in which direction to scroll to assign a particular command. Release the button to stop scrolling. Use the joystick to move the pointer until it points to the beginning of the command. Press the button. The command will appear in the program area of the screen. You've just written your first programming command. The pointer will be pointing to the one in the command. Notice that the one is highlighted. Press the button. You'll notice a message at the bottom of the screen that says, Loading Catalog. GameMaker is now loading all of the scenes that were previously created and saved with Scene Maker on this side of the disk. When the catalog is finished loading, you will be pointing to the name Archer. Move the joystick forward. You'll see the next scene in the catalog. Keep pushing up on the joystick until you reach Jungles 2. Press the button to load Jungle 2 into your program. There! See how easy it is? You've just completed your first programming instruction. Note, if you select the wrong command by mistake, you can correct it in one of 2 ways. First, point to the beginning of the command in the program area and press the button. If you're too far to the left of the command, you'll see a label number appear 1001. Don't worry about this for now. Move the pointer just to the left of the beginning of the command and press the button. You know you've selected a command when it becomes highlighted. Now, you can either find the correct command in the command window, point to it, and press the button. The new command will automatically replace the old one. Or 2, point to the del command at the far right of the screen and press the button. The command will be deleted from the program area. Let's run your program. To do so, select the run command. You should now see a picture with 3 trees on a grassy plain on the top half of your screen and a black cavern on the bottom half. You are running your program even though it has only one programming instruction. To get back to the editor screen, press the button. Note, from now on, we will be selecting various commands. Whenever we use the word select, this will mean find the correct command by scrolling through the commands in the command window until the one for which you are looking appears. Point to the command you want. Press the button, thereby adding the command to your program at the location of the blinking cursor in the program area. Now you're ready to add some character or sprites to your program. you'll want your characters to appear in your scene, the catalog of sprites that have already been created with Sprite Maker, and then saved for you are on the reverse side of the Game Maker disk. Before proceeding, take out the disk, turn it over, and insert the disk label down in your disk drive. Select the command. Sprite is press the button to select Sprite 1, and again, to load the catalog. Move the joystick forward until you find dog. Press the button. Notice that when you load the dog sprite, another command is automatically added to the program area that says Sprite 2 is dog. This is because the dog sprite is actually made up of two sprites that work together as one. This is explained further in the Sprite Maker section of the manual. You've now added a command that will use the dog sprite in your program. Now, we'll place the dog on the scene in the right place. To do so, select the command Sprite X position 0 at this point, moving the joystick forward, select sprites 1 through 8. For now, select the dog sprite 1. A pointer now will be on the numbers. To scroll through the numbers, push forward on the joystick. When you reach 40, press the button. This will set the horizontal position of the dog sprites 1 and 2. An illustration of the screen's horizontal edge and vertical coordinates appears in the Game Maker positioning coordinates illustration on page 105. Now let's set the vertical position of the dog sprite. Select the command. Sprite Y position equals 0. Press the button to select the dog sprite. Scroll through the position numbers until you reach 154 and press the button. Now run the program. Point to the run command, press the button. You should see the dog sprite placed on the ground, just to the right of the first tree. Looks pretty good, huh? Now we'll animate the sprite. We'll make the sprite move. But first, press the button to return to the editing screen. Select the command sprite animation speed. 0, press the button to select the dog sprite. Select 30 for the animation speed. Note, from now on, we will be setting numbers, colors, etc. This means select the command. Fill in the highlighted areas by moving the joystick forward back to select an appropriate value for that command. Press the button when you reach the value you want. Now run your program. You can see that the dog is running, but he's running in one place. We need to tell the program the direction which we want the dog to run and how fast we want him to run. Select the command. Sprite direction equals 0. Select the dog sprite and set a direction equal to 64. Right. This command sets the direction of the sprite. Now select the command. Sprite movement speed 0. Select the dog sprite and set a movement speed of 45. This is the speed at which the dog will move. Run the program. The dog is now running across the jungle. Let's add another sprite to the program. You can have up to 8 sprites appearing on your screen at any one time. Select the command. Sprite 1 is. Now move the joystick forward. Select Sprite 3. Press the button. Press again to load the catalog of pre-created sprites. Select Duck. Select the Sprite X position 0 command. Set Duck 3 as the sprite. Select an X position of 90. Select a Sprite Y position equals 0 command. Set Duck 3 as the sprite. Select a position of 145. Select the sprite animation SPD 0 command. Set the sprite to Duck 3. Set an animation speed of 30. Select the sprite DR0 command. Set the sprite as Duck 3. Select a direction of 64 right. Select the sprite movement speed 0 command. Set Duck 3 as the sprite. Select a movement speed of 45. You run the program. You have a program of a dog chasing a duck. It is easy to add a couple of more ducks to the program by using the copy command. Then the dog will be chasing a flock of ducks. Point to the copy command and press the button. In the message line at the top of the screen, the program asks you to select the first line. Move the pointer until you reach the beginning of the Sprite 3 as duck command. Press the button. The command is highlighted by a black bar. The message in the message line now reads select last line. Move the pointer down the screen until you reach the beginning of the Duck 3 movement speed 45. An entire area of commands in your program is now highlighted by a large black rectangle. Press the button. You now have 4 choices. To quit, to delete the highlight area, to move the area, or to copy the commands in the area to another place in the program. Point to copy and press the button. The program now asks you to select destination. Move the joystick until you're pointing at the blank line directly under the black highlighted area. Press the button. The entire highlighted area is now copied to the new location you selected. point to the scrolling arrow at the bottom left of the screen and press the button. This allows you to scroll through the program to see different sections of your program listing. The scrolling arrow at the bottom right of the screen allows you to scroll in the opposite direction. Now we need to change a few things. We want to change the sprite that says Duck 3 to Duck 4. To do so, select all of the instances in the new exception of commands where it says Duck 3. Move the joystick to change each sprite to Duck 4 command at a time. Or change the X position of Duck 4 to 110. Change the Y position of Duck 4 to 1050. Run the program.
Oh, would you look at that? Go get those ducks. Woof, woof, woof.
If you want to, you can add another sprite, Duck 5, to your program in the same way you added the 4 sprite, Duck 4. If you want to do this, change the X position of the new sprite to 115 and the Y position to 155.
How many times I have to tell you? Quit chasing those ducks!
Now let's add a little music to the program. Make sure the flashing blue square cursor is positioned at the blank line directly under the last command in your program. To this, select the blank line under the last program line. Select the command song, volume equals 0. Set the volume to 10. Select the song's command. Press the button to load the catalog and select the Wilson song. This is an abbreviation for the William Tell Overture. Run the program. Tally-ho! The dog is now pursuing the ducks to the tune of the William Tell Overture. And there you have your first program. It's pretty simple, isn't it? It's also very easy to change and modify things in your program. You can add more sprites to the scene. You can change the scene, change the sprites, or change the music. And each time you do, you have a unique program. Now let's save this program on your own library disk. Make sure you have a disk, either new or used but no longer needed, which works with your computer. An extra blank disk is included in your GameMaker package. Remove the GameMaker disk and insert the disk that will now be your library disk. Select the File command. Select the Init command. To confirm that you want to raise your library disk, select Yes in the message line. If you change your mind, select No. Type a new, up to 6-letter name for your new library disk. When GameMaker is finished initializing your disk, point to the File command and press the button. Select Save. Type in the name, Chase, as the file you want to save. The name will appear at the top of the screen, then press the button. Again, select Yes to confirm that you want to save the file Chase. Now let's save the background scene for your game. You need to do this because background scenes for games should be saved on the same side of the disk as the program you created. To do so, select the Menu command. Take out your disk and reinsert the GameMaker program disk label up into your disk drive. Select Scene Maker. When Scene Maker is finished loading, follow these steps. You should see the scene for your program on your screen. Take out the GameMaker disk and insert your library disk in the disk drive, the one on which you just saved the Chase game. Select File. Select Save. Type in the name Chase and press the button. The scene named Chase is now saved on the same disk as your program. To get back to the editor, select Quit and answer Yes to the confirmation question. Now you can load the Chase program into GameMaker and play with it at any time. We've gone through just a few of the programming and animation ideas of GameMaker. If you want to learn more about creating complete games or how to use any other part of the program, go on to the appropriate sections in the rest of the manual.
And there's our video for today, huh? Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. What's your favorite part? Until then, we'll see you later, alligator. Come back here, you dog. Come back here. See my doggy?